presenting one voice. I'm going to be doing a poem I wrote called Black and White Keys. I know if he had tried a love letter, it would be to you. Your black silhouette enriched his body so painlessly. Your brass foot pedals intertwined with his so effortlessly. And your lilac white keys kissed his fingertips so numbingly. You were clean and you were pure, unlike his ivy-scarred arm. And his 5 pills every 5 hours, every 5 days, constant beat escaped his mind when he was with you. Letter could start off with, roses are red, violets are blue. But a bouquet of roses couldn't express his love for you. Maybe he would call you his dearest or darling. He'd explain how his heart rate is now measured in time signatures. When he sees you, it goes 4 quarter notes every measure. A paragraph would tell the story of how his ears were only meant for your whispers. Together, you were sinners every night. In the dark, he walked to you and you made whispers together, using your physique entirely without neglecting a single part. He appreciated you wholly. It was a mutual feeling. His tender touch sent mesmerizing vibrations throughout your body. The hums of those vibrations sung in heavy breath, you unable to control the feeling of pure love. So uncontrollably, you let out a big sigh that sounded more like Beethoven and Mozart rather than the normal sound of love. This love was unique and unconditional. Ended the night, his heart was reflected off your glistening black and white keys in the black and white moonlight of the city. My mother walked upstairs, awakened through her moans as she watched you make love to him. She would stop and stare, not because of jealousy, but because your sweet nothings radiated everywhere. And at that time, it would seem as if you shared the same anatomy. He appeared glued to the seat, feet cemented on the pedal's fingers, dancing across your heart. You see, his eyesight was poor in the dark, but you guide his hand across your figuration. You were eternal in his soul, so he never had to think about the flats and the sharps locations. He would write about how his life changed for the better, and recall all the times you spent together. He would try to explain how much he missed you when you were apart, and that all he thought about were the flats and the sharps. His heart and yours were linked by metal cords, and his thoughts were in music notes rather than words. His eyes were only meant for your polished anatomy, so there was no feeling of jealousy because his love was only meant for your black and white keys. Thank you.